1587. On the windswept shores of what we now call North Carolina, 115 English men, women, and children arrived, hoping to build a new life, a new beginning, far from everything they knew. They came with hope, ambition, and the dream of carving out their own future. But 3 years later, when help finally arrived, they were gone. No bodies, no graves, no signs of struggle, only one word carved into a tree: CROATOAN. This is the story of the lost colony of Roanoke, America's oldest, most enduring mystery. In 1584, England granted Sir Walter Raleigh the right to explore and settle lands in the New World. It was a bold time, an era of ambition, exploration, and empire. England wanted a foothold, to rival Spain, to expand its influence, and to seek wealth. The first attempt, in 1585, failed. Supplies ran short, relations with local tribes were tense, and the settlers returned defeated but alive. Then, in 1587, another group set out. This time, they hoped to stay. John White led the 1587 colony. Among the settlers were men, women, children, and one special child, Virginia Dare. She would become the first English child born on American soil. It was a moment of promise, a new chapter, but fate had other plans. Soon after her birth, John White sailed back to England for supplies. He expected months, but events in Europe delayed his return. The Spanish Armada threatened English ports, ships were commandeered, trade routes became dangerous. By the time White could return, 3 years had passed. August 18, 1590, White arrived back at Roanoke Island, and he found nothing. The settlement was empty. Homes had been dismantled, tools left behind, no graves, no signs of violence, nothing to explain the disappearance. Only the tree, CROATOAN. Nearby, a Maltese cross carved into a post. But White had instructed the colonists, if they relocated safely, they would leave markings. A cross meant danger. But here, only a word, and that word pointed perhaps to a distant neighbor, the CROATOAN tribe. White tried to reach CROATOAN Island, but a storm forced him back. He never confirmed the fate of his people, and history has never spoken for them again. CROATOAN was more than a word. It was a tribe, a place, a clue. Some believe the colonists joined the tribe, living among them, adapting, blending cultures, perhaps even surviving. Stories passed down by tribes hint at ancestors who were not native. Some oral traditions even mention people with lighter hair, different customs. Modern DNA research has found European markers among certain tribes in the area, suggesting perhaps the lost colony never truly vanished. Other theories exist. Some argue conflict may have scattered the settlers, perhaps with hostile tribes, or Spanish forces, or other unknown dangers. Yet, no mass graves have been found. No proof of massacre exists. Nature may have played a role too. Tree ring studies show the late 1580s were among the driest years in centuries. Drought would have destroyed crops, limited game, and pushed settlers to desperate measures. Storms, disease, isolation, survival would have been almost impossible. Some evidence suggests relocation inland, perhaps 50 miles or more. Archaeologists have found fragments of English pottery, tools, and other artifacts far from Roanoke Island. Perhaps the colonists tried once again to start over. Modern technology offers new possibilities. LiDAR scans reveal hidden structures under forest canopies. Soil chemistry hints at European-style farming in areas we never expected. Tree ring data confirms severe environmental stress. Satellite imagery reveals shapes, foundations, patterns, structures that may have been forgotten settlements. Every clue, small or large, adds another layer to this mystery. And yet, so many questions remain. Why leave only one word? What did the Maltese cross mean? Where are the colonists' remains? Did they write journals, letters, anything to tell their story? Or has it been lost to time forever? Roanoke is not just a mystery, it is a story of families, of hope, of despair, of courage, of ambition. These were fathers, mothers, children, People who risk everything to chase a dream and disappeared without a trace. Reflective questions pause between each. If you were part of that colony facing drought, hunger, uncertainty, what would you do? Could people truly disappear by blending into another society, leaving only one word behind? If they moved inland, how might their lives have changed? Survival? Adaptation? Integration? Does the absence of violence tell us something about how they left? Could the greatest mystery of Roanoke be that we still misunderstand what survival really looked like for them? What lessons about resilience, identity, and culture can we learn from the lost colony? Roanoke may never give us all the answers, but it reminds us of the fragility and persistence of human life, of hope, of disappearance, of unanswered questions that still whisper through the forests, the rivers, and the windswept shores of North Carolina.